The Get Out migration walk has now hit the halfway point in its trek down Vancouver Island. The opponents of BC's fish farming are trying to draw attention to what they say are the ongoing problems with the industry's methods, including the sea lice that they say spread from the farms. They are continuing their call for a transition towards a closed containment farm system, something that the industry says just doesn't work. A News reporter Gord Kurbis has the latest.
You may pick up a salmon here and join us on the walk.
As they reach the Comox Valley, the Get Out migration walkers mark a significant point in their two-week trek down the length of Vancouver Island.
We're halfway. Our numbers are growing. We had a very large turnout in Camel River, 250 people to welcome us, and morale is incredibly high.
One of those morale boosters was a media report that Marine Harvest, BC's largest fish farm operator, is working on a pilot project. They'll be experimenting with closed containment methods. That's something protesters have been longing for.
Closed containment solves 99% of the problems with aquaculture. If the industry was to move on to land and become an aquaculture land-based industry, that would be the answer.
But Marine Harvest indicates the pilot project is nothing new. They've actually had it in the works for several years. And it was an advertisement for a project manager that seems to have triggered the attention.
Marine Harvest and many other salmon farming companies here in BC have been experimenting with different versions of closed containment, and I was part of a project about a decade ago where we tried closed containment systems in the ocean.
Robert says that experiment showed that closed farms and large commercial operations isn't feasible.
Biologically, it grew salmon okay, but the amount of energy it took to raise that salmon was neither financially viable nor environmentally viable.
Opponents to open farms point to operations in other parts of the world and even here in British Columbia that do use closed technology. But Robert says those operations are extremely small and don't work on large commercial scales.
BC salmon farming employs 6,000 people and produces 80,000 tons of product. And the fact is that these systems that you talked about are very, very small systems that produce only really a few tons of salmon.
But Morton feels they could be more viable with the proper investment.
It's my impression that the Norwegian industry has been suppressing this technology, that there has not been much investment in it, and it's just a few individual operators farming a range of species on land.
Marine Harvest notes advances in technology and methods have changed over the past several years, and that's why they're willing to give the concept another try through this pilot project. In the Comox Valley, Gord Kurbis, A News.